Good morning, everybody. It's too late. We're already live. We're here for Third and Long, the sports podcast, the sports edition of Third Thoughts. I'm here. My name is Clay. I'm with the Chief.
Good morning, everybody. Let's talk sports.
And we're both wearing Florida State gear.
Early National Signing Day. The first ever early National Signing Day.
Isn't it great, man?
Yeah, we're going to talk all about it.
Isn't it great? It's like I was singing, the week, it's Christmas season too. I don't want to forget that it's Christmas.
Yeah, I forgot, yeah.
But I was singing, happy postseason football.
Oh,
pretty cool, right?
Pretty good.
And now postseason football is even better because early signing day is today, Wednesday, December the 20th.
I have a good feeling that this may be the first and last.
Oh yeah? Why you say that?
Well, it's just not something that has that I think a lot of coaches are excited about. Are we going to talk early signing day? I mean, is that what we're going to do right now?
I guess we should. I mean, this is where we are. This is what's happening. I mean, it's happening right now. It's already...
I mean, if you want to talk early signing day, we can talk early signing day.
Well, let's go.
Because, here's the thing. Yeah, a lot of excitement for college football fans. Players gonna sign, and all of those grand things are happening. But what about all the complications that we have seen? I just don't know how well thought out this early signing day was. How about the fact that all these schools that have just had coaching changes have had like 2 weeks to build relationships with new players?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough. I mean, you got teams that haven't played their bowls yet. I mean, it's a...
Yeah, what does that mean for coaching changes now? What is that going to mean? If the early signing day stays where it is, what is that actually going to mean?
I guess it's going to move coaches leaving during the season. I mean, they're going to have to leave earlier.
What's going to happen is they're going to start less milesing everybody, early in the season. Or what's even worse, because this is a big business. College football is a big business.
Oh, definitely.
They're going to start firing coaches later. They're going to let them get their recruiting class in, and then they're going to fire the coaches.
Wow, that would be weird.
Yeah, but something has to move one way or the other with coaching changes because, you have to be an incredible recruiter. I mean, of the likes of Willie Taggart to be able to pull anything together for early signing day.
Well, what was the reason? Why did they move it?
But because a lot of people were pushing for that early signing day because people were flipping late in the process. But not only, I think that you have some other things too. You mentioned it. What about all these teams that actually make bowls?
Right.
That are in bowl practice.
Right.
And they can't send their coaches out on the recruiting trail. So they're losing these 2 weeks to really be able to make a play. And the people that are playing bowls, I talked to a good friend of mine this morning, and he was talking about the fact that those are the teams that are the players for the big-time recruits.
Yeah.
So they're having to practice. They can't get coaches out. And maybe it is a thing of equilibrium, of bringing equilibrium to NCAA, because now these teams that maybe didn't get a good bowl game, or these teams that didn't make a bowl, they can go out and they can spend that time with these better recruits to try to swing them to bring equality is not the word that I'm looking for. Although now that we're talking about equality, let me just chase this rabbit and throw this in. LeBron was wearing some equality shoes last week, one white, one black sneaker when they were playing in Washington.
Yeah.
Pretty cool looking shoes. I don't really know what that means, but nonetheless, they were pretty cool kicks. But yeah.
You just love LeBron. It's okay.
And then another, I think the other issue is, what about these kids that sign? Their first semester grades are not even reported yet.
Right.
So these kids, and listen, a lot of these kids that big-time schools are changing, they're not going into their final semester of their senior year with a 4.0.
Right.
So they're struggling. You don't even have first semester grades, and you have to take a chance on these kids. So that probably leaves a lot of these low star guys that could sign with some major programs it probably leaves them out if they don't have superior grades. I think that we have to take all those things into consideration, and maybe, just maybe, the early signing period wasn't as good of an idea as everybody thought.
Yeah. And it's also, and I didn't think about this either, but this is also the JUCO signing.
Yes.
And so this is kind of overshadowing that completely, and there's some really great players in the JUCO.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's why it's now, for those things to coincide, for those things to come together.
Yeah.
But now for JUCO, it's a little different. Mm-hmm. Because the JUCO signing period starts now, but it doesn't close.
Gotcha.
The early signing period, you've got 2 days to sign. Mm-hmm. If you don't sign, you have to wait until February. So high school kids can't sign from now until.
Right. Okay.
They either sign in this window or they have to wait till February.
Right.
And then there is an open window for National Signing Day. That's what a lot of people are confused about, especially the February. You don't have to sign on National Signing Day. You can wait.
Yeah.
That's just the first day you can sign.
Yeah.
So now you've got this small window, and listen, it's binding.
Right. Yeah. If you do it today, you're in.
Yeah. You're in whether you enroll early or not.
Yep.
You're in. You're actually signing a letter of intent. Mm-hmm. Early enrollees didn't sign a letter of intent. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No,
but an early enrollee didn't sign a letter of intent. They signed grant and aid papers. So they signed their financial grant and aid papers, but they didn't sign their letter of intent until February.
Gotcha.
When everybody else signed, because it was illegal to do that. Mm-hmm. Now these early enrollees are actually signing an LOI. They're signing that letter of intent.
Yeah.
So that's I think that could bring some issues into play as well, because what happens if this kid flunks out before he even gets to spring ball?
Right.
I mean, he's already under scholarship.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's.
Yeah. I mean, There's no way to finagle around that. There's no blue shirt, no gray shirt. None of those options are there anymore because he signed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it complicates college football. This is another conversation I was having this morning. Got on the phone early doing my research and talking to the pros and the people with the knowledge. Mm-hmm. And I just forgot what I was talking. I forgot the conversation that I was having while I was plugging the fact that I got up early and was having conversations.
That's what you get for boasting.
So we'll move on. I'll come back to that great valid thought. If we really want to make it interesting, this is what we do.
Okay.
If we want to make college recruiting uber interesting, mm-hmm. we go and we just allow a school to only have 25 scholarship offers out.
Just 25.
You can only sign 25 kids.
Okay.
So you can't go, listen, Nick Saban, he offers 150 kids. Mm-hmm. All the big schools do that. Mm-hmm. You only get to issue 25 scholarships at a time. So that means the top recruits that are getting offered by everybody just because, mm-hmm. you have to really think, do I have a shot at this guy?
Yeah.
I have 25 scholarship offers out.
You got to really be careful.
Yeah, and I've got somebody that's close on grades. I have to really do my homework and see if they're going to make it.
Yeah.
I think that makes it a lot more interesting, and then you see some real, knockdown, drag-out battles for these recruits because you don't have a fallback. Mm-hmm. You don't have it. You're going after the number one guy, and it's Florida State, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Penn State, Michigan, USC, all fighting over the same kid. A bunch of those schools are losing.
Oh, definitely.
So, you got to really be creative, and I think it would bring some excitement to the off season.
Yeah.
If you could only extend 25 offers.
Yeah, that would be really interesting.
For the Power 5.
Yeah.
Now, for the Power 5, I think Group of 5,
mm-hmm.
they can extend as many offers as they want. This is what I would do.
Okay.
If I'm talking group of 5, not only would I let them extend as many offers as they want, I would let a kid sign with a group of 5 anytime they wanted to.
Yeah.
Let them sign with a group of 5. Let them send out as many offers as they can.
Yeah.
And bring some parity is the word that I was looking for. Parity across college football.
Yeah,
parity. Yeah, parity. That's
Not
what
parody.
That's what I was saying.
I know.
It's just early.
For the listener.
Yeah, okay. Parity. Yeah. Equality.
Equality.
So LeBron was really talking about the early signing day. It had nothing to do.
I don't know if I would go that far.
Okay. All right, Clay.
Speaking of that, though,
Yeah.
speaking of Power 5, G5, speaking of all this, so you watched the bowl last night, right? The
Yes.
Cherry Bundy Tart Cherry Boca Raton Bowl.
What a name.
What a name, right? And how did Akron get stuck playing FAU?
Oh, I don't know. I hope they got a really good swag bag.
They better have got
And I hope they got paid, because they got paid.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Lane Kiffin was doing crazy stuff, bro.
He was up 34 to maybe 0. It may have been 34 to 3, and he went for 2.
Yeah. He kicked an onside kick after the first touchdown.
Oh yeah, but it didn't work.
No, but still, just to.
But he does that all the time.
It was insane.
But at that point in the game, now had he done that when he was winning 36-0 or 36-3,
36-3.
that would have been something. But I think what happened is he started figuring in his head how many more touches he was going to get, and he needed to go for 2 in order to get to 50 points.
Oh yeah,
I think he probably bet the over.
Probably.
It's what happened, and he's like, "Oh crap, I'm going to lose $50,000 if we don't get to 50."
He would do something like that.
Lane
too.
Kiffin would bet on himself.
Yeah,
There's
he
no
would.
doubt. Yeah, signs a 10-year contract.
Crazy, man.
10-year contract.
What was the
with
amount?
FA.
Did they release the amount?
I don't know the amount, but listen, does anybody really in their right mind think Lane Kiffin is going to stay at FAU for 10 years?
Absolutely not. No, he's expecting to have 2-3 more great seasons.
Yes.
And then somebody come buy him out, and he go to a big school.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can't be talking about much of a buyout.
Right. I mean, how much?
If it was his whole contract,
yeah,
it wouldn't be much of a buyout.
yeah, because I mean,
He's making less than $1 million a year.
yeah, FAU's not going to be able to keep him.
Right.
But 10 years, just to sign
Unless
a 10-year
he's just
deal.
happy down there sitting in his office and tweeting.
I mean, that's the thing, though. I kind of feel like he is.
Is he making a play? Listen, is he going to make a play for a television show?
At FAU?
I've thought about this. Is he making a play for a television show? Is he going to kind of be like the Last Chance U of Division I football? Because he went and got some of these kids. He went and picked up some of these Last Chance U kids. He's bringing them in. They seem to be flourishing, turning the corner. Mm-hmm. So, it might be interesting to see. Maybe Lane just wants to be a star.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making a play for a career change. He can get on TV, then he can move to the broadcast booth, and then maybe run ESPN one day.
Oh, Lord.
There's an opening.
Yeah.
The guy that runs ESPN had to step down because of addiction issues.
Really?
That's why you should get your sports news right here on Third and Long.
Yes.
ESPN, no longer the worldwide leader in sports.
It's us.
Third and Long.
Welcome
Absolutely.
to it. Glad you're here. Speaking of bowls,
Yes.
tell them the score, Chief. Who's winning between
The
me
score,
and you?
The score of bowl predictions
Yes.
is a whopping and embarrassing 3-3.
Oh, my Lord.
3-3.
3-3. So lame.
Yeah, you got the Oregon game.
Yep.
I picked Oregon.
Sorry,
you
Ducks.
you got the Oregon game.
That was
We
great.
both
Man,
got
that was a good game.
we both got the Western Kentucky game, right?
They lost.
We both lost the Western Kentucky game.
Yeah.
I don't remember. We both got the FAU game, and I got one that you didn't. I don't remember which one it was.
It was North Texas and Troy.
And we both
Which we
went
both
with
picked Troy.
Yeah. And then I believe I got the Grambling and North Carolina A&T.
You picked Grambling and A&T won.
Yeah.
Yep.
So okay, here we go.
3-3.
All right. So are we moving on to?
Yeah. Let's talk about the ones coming up. And you know what? Since this is the last,
yeah, we got to do them all.
It's the last third and
except
long
for
of
the big one.
2017. Right. Obviously, we won't be able to do. Wait. You mean what? The championship?
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, we won't be able to do that, but we're
Right.
gonna have to call the rest of the games, the picks, right now, because it's the last show of 2017.
Okay. Yeah, and we're gonna move through them fast.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
December 20th,
Yes.
the DXL Frisco Bowl, La Tech, SMU.
I'm going SMU.
I'm going La Tech.
Okay. So you're just gonna make
Louisiana
it
Tech.
interesting
Yeah.
now. Okay.
December 21st, the Bad Boy Moors Gasparillo Bowl.
These names, man, I swear.
That sounds like it should be in Texas.
Yeah.
That's actually a Florida Bowl. It's Temple versus Florida International.
I mean, Florida International has a better record, but I think Temple rolls too heavy for them.
Yeah, I'm going with Temple also.
Yeah.
December 22nd, Bahamas Bowl. UAB versus Ohio, not Ohio State.
Just Ohio, the green
Just
one.
Ohio.
I think Ohio actually is the better team, but I'm going to go UAB.
I'm
going upset.
I picked Ohio.
All right, I'm going upset.
Yeah. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl as opposed to the obscure
Right,
Idaho
this is the famous.
Potato
If you're
Bowl.
confused, this is the actual famous one.
This is the famous potato.
Yes.
You got Central Michigan versus Wyoming.
I'm going to go Wyoming.
I'm going Central Michigan.
Yeah. Okay.
This is going to get interesting down
It
the
is.
stretch.
This is really
The
it's gonna be good.
Birmingham Bowl. Texas Tech and South Florida.
Hey, go Bulls, man.
I'm also going
Let's
with
go.
Charlie Strong and his South Florida
Go
Bulls.
Bulls.
Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, San Diego State, and the Army.
San Diego State and Army. I mean, Army played pretty good against Navy.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed, but San Diego State was one of those teams that I picked a lot in my pick'em group, and they looked like they were going to just kind of hold me up and boost me to the top, and then they let me down twice. Like the two losses they have, I lost on. So, but you know what? I'm gonna give them another shot. Third time's a charm. San Diego State's taking it away.
I'm also, with great reservation, going with San Diego State over the Armed Forces. I love the Army, love our soldiers. I'm going with San Diego State to win this ball game, though. The Dollar General.
Does Army doesn't pass? They don't pass the ball.
No, that's the Air Force.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? You see what
Yeah,
I did
only
there?
Air Force can pass.
Yeah, right. Navy should probably play water polo. I'm just saying. The Dollar General Bowl. App State and Toledo.
You know, I watched Toledo play Miami back in the early of the season, and they played pretty well. So I'm gonna. That's the only Toledo game I've watched, maybe ever. Watched App State play Georgia this year. I gotta go Rockets.
I'm going App State.
Okay.
Listen, there was some news this morning that I scanned. Toledo looks like they're picking up a 4-star quarterback.
Really?
Yeah. It was puzzling.
I mean, Rockets are pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Hawaii Bowl. First of all, I don't know why every school doesn't try to fix their record so that they can go to the Hawaii Bowl.
Right?
Why would you go to the Gasparillo Bowl? I mean, why would you go? I mean, why would you want to go to Shreveport, Louisiana, when you could go to Hawaii? I'm just saying this should be a New Year's. This should be a New Year's Six bowl right here.
Just because it's in Hawaii?
Yeah, Chiquita Banana. I got it. Chiquita Banana Hawaii Bowl.
Chiquita.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, Hawaii Bowl. Fresno State and Houston.
I have bad taste in my mouth for Houston in bowl games for the obvious 2015 reason.
Yes.
But I haven't watched them play. I know they beat USF this year, which I kind of felt a little bit fluky. I'm going Fresno State.
I'm going Houston. Going Houston. December 26th.
Yes.
Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl.
It actually sounds pretty good right now, honestly.
Yeah. Shout out to our good friend Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey,
I don't think he even knows we have a podcast.
I don't think he knows we have a podcast.
I'm going to text him right after this.
You need to text him right now.
Text him right now.
Text him right now. December 26th, Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl. Utah versus West Virginia.
You know, Utah always seems like that program that should be like bursting into that greatness, but then they don't. And West Virginia is kind of the same. This could be a battle. This could be the most evenly matched battle.
Mormons versus Mountaineers.
Aren't
they the Utah Mormons?
No, they're the Utes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm going Mountaineers because I'll tell you why. Because Bobby Bowden, man, and I like those colors. They got good colors. They did.
Let me tell you a little something about West Virginia. Bobby Bowden, coach West Virginia, created the veer there. Mm-hmm. Also, Nick Saban is from West Virginia, and as much as he's on my bad list right now. Jimbo Fisher, also from West Virginia. Yeah. Rick Trickett from West Virginia. Rich Rod coached at West Virginia. There's a lot of football tradition up there in the coal mining area of West Virginia. I'm also going with the Mountaineers. Quick Lane Bowl, Duke and Northern Illinois.
Duke and Northern Illinois. You know, I watched for some reason, I watched a fair amount of Duke football this year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how bad our season was.
I don't know how that happened. I just ended up catching them play. I watched them play Miami. I watched them play Florida State. I watched them play somebody else too. Anyway, I think they're better than the record, and I'm going Duke.
Yeah, I'm going with Duke also. The Cactus Bowl. Now listen, no fancy name there, just the Cactus Bowl.
I like these. It's like some of these bowls really got the names right. And then you got Cherry Bundy, Tart Cherry,
right.
Boca Raton, which is just absurd.
Kansas State and UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
UCLA fired Jim Moore Jr.
Yeah. KSU is one of those teams that just kind of hangs around, and they're just kind of in the scope every now and then. I'm going KSU.
All right, I'm going UCLA.
I'm going Wildcats
going with the Bruins.
I really like that purple too. They got a great purple.
Well, I just think that sooner or later UCLA has to win.
And Kansas State beat Iowa State, who beat Oklahoma. So Kansas State's better than Oklahoma.
Kansas State should be in the playoffs.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Wow.
Go Wildcats.
The Walk-Ons Independence Bowl.
Woo! This is the national championship to me. This is the natty for me, bro.
Southern Miss versus the Florida State University.
Yes.
I'm going to start little T, FSU.
The FSU.
Florida State University.
There's only one. Yeah, this is the national championship for me. I got FSU all the way.
I am also going with those Seminoles. Listen, just a little information here. Brand new coach in Tallahassee, Willie Taggart.
Yes.
Walks into the first bowl practice. Energy is down. He's supposed to be observing, not participating in any way.
Right.
He's just going to observe. He stops practice and starts kicking tail.
Yeah.
And he says, listen, guys, you're playing a game. This is a game. We need some fun. We need some excitement.
Yeah.
And he starts hooping and hollering, telling them to have fun. And he cranks up what's the rap something
The rap.
no yeah the rap music that
so
that
much.
everybody yeah now listen this is gonna sound
The rap.
something black
Kodak Black.
Kodiak Black
Kodak Black.
Kodak.
Kodak.
Yeah, he starts playing Kodak Black, just ripping through the speakers at
The rap.
yeah, the rap. The rap.
He started playing the rap music.
West Virginia, baby. Bluegrass. It started playing rap. Listen, the kids were going nuts.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, today, early signing day, is going to be a big day for Florida State.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm saying Emory Jones, who visited Florida State for exactly 24 hours, is going to pull the trigger, 4-star quarterback, and sign with Florida State today.
Over UF?
And he's committed to the Oklahoma State University. The
Really?
Ohio State University,
Yeah,
not
not
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
State.
State.
Ohio State. That
Ohio
came out of
State.
my mouth and it just baffled me. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going Seminoles big. I think they're coming out swinging.
I'm going Seminoles by 31.
Whoa! That'd be sick. Honestly, I'll be jumping up and down. Like I said,
New era, Pinstripe Bowl.
yes.
Iowa versus Boston College.
Okay, so the Eagles are obviously juggernaut because they shut Florida State out, right?
Right.
And Iowa obviously juggernaut because they shut down Ohio State big time. It wasn't as much, I guess, comparable shutouts.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, Ohio State had more points than we did against Boston College, but it was still embarrassing. So 2 teams that embarrassed 2 other teams. But I got to go Boston College because I need them to win to make their shutout of us not be as bad
Right.
in my heart.
Listen, there's going to come a day in College Station, Texas, that they will look back and say, we hate Boston College. Because that Boston College game was, I think, the one that just sucked the life out of Jimbo. And he decided it's time for me to make a change. And maybe 2 years from now, they're going to look and realize that they're stuck in a $75 million contract and can't get out of it because it's guaranteed, all thanks to Boston College.
Man.
Foster Farms Bowl, Arizona versus Purdue.
The only Purdue game I watched was against Louisville opening weekend. They looked good then. I didn't watch any Arizona football this year. I have no idea. I'm just kicks and giggles. I'm going to go Purdue.
I'm going to Arizona. Purdue lost their coach. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going to Arizona, even though I don't think.
But Arizona's coming off 2 losses against Oregon, ASU.
Yeah, but I didn't watch either one of those teams play, so that was just a guess, and I just needed to go against you
That's
to have
fine.
a chance to win.
That's fine. We'll see.
Academy Sports Outdoors Texas Bowl.
Why does it say plus? Academy Sports plus outdoors? Is that and or a plus?
I think maybe they split the costs.
Okay.
Texas versus Missouri.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I didn't watch. I watched the Red River rivalry.
Red River Rivalry.
Yeah, but that's the only Texas game I watched, I think. And Missouri, I watched play Georgia. And they can score points, man. I'm gonna pick against Tom Herman. Let's go Missouri.
Oh, I'm going Texas. Tom Herman is going to put his players. He's going to tuck his players into bed the night before the game, kiss them on the forehead, just like he did when he was at Houston.
Oh man!
And they're going to stand up and play big time football and overcome that juggernaut Missouri. Military Bowl presented by Northrop Grumman. Huh.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, we have to have our name in the bowl, and they couldn't think about how to do it.
Virginia versus Navy. In Annapolis, Maryland. Isn't that basically a home game for both teams?
Kind of. So both teams are coming off 3 losses in a row. Okay? Mm-hmm. Virginia coming off losses to Louisville, number 3 Miami at the time, and number 25 Virginia Tech.
Okay, at the time they were number 3.
Yeah, at the time.
Everybody knows they were never the third best team in the country.
Navy coming off lost to number 8 Notre Dame at the time. Houston and Army, which the only one I watched was the Army game. I don't think I watched any Virginia football, but let's go ACC. Let's go Virginia. Let's go Cavaliers.
I'm going with the Navy. I have to pick at least one armed force. And the Navy is the armed force I am picking.
Well, I'm going Cavs. I'm going Cavs in 1.
Cavs in 1.
Because there's only one game.
Right. They don't have LeBron. So, anyway, Camping World Bowl. Virginia Tech, number 22 Virginia Tech. Now we're starting to get into some ranked teams here.
Yes, now it's getting serious.
Camping World Bowl, number 22 Virginia Tech versus number 19 Oklahoma State.
You know what, man? I put my faith in Virginia Tech to beat the Hurricanes. They didn't. And we have to play them. Florida State plays them in the upcoming season, so
yeah.
I hope they lose. Let's go Cowboys.
I'm going with Virginia Tech. Valero Alamo Bowl, number 13 Stanford versus number 15 TCU.
You know, Stanford's just one of those teams that they're always like on the cusp of good. TCU is kind of the same. This is going to be a really even matchup, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game.
It's going to be a really entertaining game, I think, too. But I'm going to go Cardinal.
I'm also going with the Cardinals.
No, it's
Cardinal.
Just the Cardinal.
Yeah.
Just one Cardinal.
Cardinal with a tree.
Yes. It's
one of those their weird habitat?
Things. You know, it's kind of like Akron. They're the Zips, but their mascot's a kangaroo.
Because it zips around.
No. They have no relation. Just kangaroo. They just voted on that in the 50s.
Yeah, like the Tigers and War Eagle.
There's actually a story to
I know, my daughter's told me all about it. I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl.
Good God.
Let me say that again.
Yes.
San Diego Credit Union Holiday Bowl.
San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl.
Yes. Not to be confused with San Diego City.
San Diego County Credit Union. That's
Holiday Bowl.
I like to say that one.
Number 18, Washington State. Number 16, Michigan State.
Now, I can't pull against Mike Leach. Let's go Washington State.
I'm going Washington State, too. How about the December 29th, the Belk Bowl?
Belk Bowl.
Wake Forest.
Shout out to Davis, still holding down Belk.
Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Versus Texas A&M. Not a big fan of Belk myself, since they will not allow the bell ringers to stand out front.
I'll tell you this, I'm not a big fan of either of these teams at all, but I'm going Wake Forest because they actually had a decent season for Wake Forest.
I'm going Wake Forest just out of principle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can't pick Texas A&M. I can never pick them again.
Anybody who would throw their decorated Christmas tree in the trash can.
I know he's not coaching the game, but yeah, I mean, I just can't.
Also, December 29th, the Hyundai. I think it's just Hyundai. But it's fun to say. Hyundai.
Yeah. You say it that
Sun
way.
Bowl. The Hyundai Sun Bowl. Number 24, NC State versus Herm Edwards, Arizona State.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, I got to go Wolfpack. There's just there's just no way. I don't see how.
It's the Wolfpack. I mean,
I just don't see
I don't think Arizona State, I don't think either coordinator is going to be there for the game. I think they've both already left. They're not even going to stay, is at my understanding. That could get tough. Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl. Wow, there's so many bowls. We're going to have to we're just taking up everybody's morning with bowl games. Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl, Kentucky versus number 21 Northwestern.
Jeez. I'm going Northwestern.
Yeah, I'm going Northwestern too, even though I do think Mark Stoops is trying his best to build something at Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, Northwestern's just rolling heavy. They're coming off at least 5 straight wins, and Kentucky's coming off 2 pretty bad losses to Georgia and Louisville. So
Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Utah State versus New Mexico State.
What? How did this bowl end up so close to New Year's? I'm going to go New Mexico State because I just cannot get over their logo. That junk is hilarious looking.
I'm going with New Mexico State because you did. That way there's no way I could possibly lose a point there. Sometimes you just have
defense.
to play the strategy. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl.
This is a big bowl. This is going to be a good one.
Cotton Bowl.
Yeah. Cotton Bowl Classic.
Number 8, University of Southern California versus number 5, the Ohio State.
Man, Ohio State's line is just basically an NFL team. I got to go Ohio State. I'm going Buckeyes because I watched USC play several games. Sam Darnold, great quarterback, lots of hype. I think the team was supposed to be it's a lot of teams' story this year. They're supposed to be a lot better than they were.
Yeah.
And I think they just kind of missed the mark. They redeemed it a little bit. Obviously, they're in a nice bowl. But I think Ohio State just does too much for them.
Okay. Yeah, I've got Ohio State as well. December 30th, Tax Slayer Bowl. Unranked Louisville versus number 23, Mississippi State.
Fitzgerald, he was really highly touted to Mississippi State. I watched a couple of their games. Really impressed the week before the Georgia game. Really not impressed after the Georgia game. Louisville, we should have beat Louisville, but I'm not going to pick against Lamar Jackson again. I'm gonna say he takes it home.
I'm going with Louisville also. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Iowa State versus number 20 Memphis.
Memphis, Memphis is another it's just they're out there doing stuff all the time,
jumping around.
Yeah, but Iowa
things.
State, I picked against them several times in the pick'em this year, and they burned me on that. So I'm going Iowa State.
I'm going Memphis. PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, number 11 Washington versus number 9 Penn State.
Oh man, I like both of these teams. Isn't that weird? I like both of these teams.
I don't dislike either one.
I mean, I enjoy
now that
watching
Penn State's
both
not
of them.
molesting little boys in the shower anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, obviously that was.
Did
terrible.
you see? Just hold on, let me put my pen here so we don't get lost. Did you see where Jerry Sandusky, the guy who was caught with a little boy in the shower at Penn State, really the one that brought the Paterno Empire down?
Yeah.
Jerry Sandusky, his son was just arrested for child molestation.
Really?
Yes, it was girls. But
Well,
yes.
yeah, but that's not better.
No, but I just want to clarify.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, I like both of these teams. But I'm going to go Penn State. I think Saquon, the squad gets it done.
I'm going to have to go with Penn State, too. I just think Franklin is just I think he's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Washington's defensive coordinator is right now making some tough decisions about his future, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little distracted. So, the Capital One Orange Bowl.
Wow, it's just memories of last
Number
year.
10 Miami versus number 6 Whiskey.
All right. This is a no-brainer, as some people like to say. I'm going Wisconsin.
I'm going Wisconsin as well. Miami does not have a chance.
Okay, I think they have a chance, but
No chance.
I don't want them to win, so
Not a chance.
let's go.
January 1st,
New Year's
the
Day.
Outback Bowl. Michigan versus South Carolina.
I think we already talked about this one a little bit on the first show. I'm going Michigan. I just don't. I mean, South Carolina's a lot better than they have been, but yeah, I just think Harbaugh gets it done. I hope that gets me coconut shrimp, but if it doesn't get me coconut shrimp at Outback, it gets me bloomin' onion. So either way,
I'm going with Coach Will Muschamp and the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Okay.
The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Yes.
Number 12 UCF versus number 7 Auburn.
I don't know who you're gonna go for.
It's already in ink.
Your championship nights.
I'm going with UCF.
I'm going Auburn Tigers, baby. Let's go. They're a scary looking team, and I think they're just too much for UCF.
UCF is going to prove that they should have not been overlooked.
Now, Scott Frost is already in Nebraska. No, Tigers get it done.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to break one off because they're mad because he left.
I don't think they're mad. I think
they're not. They were happy for him.
Yeah.
They were happy for him.
And happy when you're happy for somebody like that, it makes you weak, and they're just going to be weak.
So happiness makes you weak. I would like to everyone in our audience note that Clay says happiness makes you weak. So all of you happy people, think sad things.
Get something. Get angry about something. Get some strength.
Citrus Bowl presented by Overton's. Number 14 Notre Dame versus number 17 LSU Bayou Bengals.
Well, Notre Dame let me down a couple times during the season. We also have to play them this upcoming season.
I'm not worried.
So let's go LSU. Go Tigers.
LSU. I'm going with Notre Dame.
I'm picking a lot of Tigers. Missouri, Auburn,
So now
LSU.
we just have all we have left now is the college football playoff.
I'm about to pick some more Tigers. See how many Tigers I can pick this year. I didn't pick Memphis though.
We have got the Oklahoma Sooners versus. No, let's pick this one last.
Okay.
Yeah, let's pick the other one first.
All right.
The Alabama Crimson Tide in a rematch with the Clemson Tigers.
In the All-State Sugar Bowl.
The All-State Sugar Bowl. Who you got?
Bro, I got Tigers all the way, cuz. I know it's Alabama. I know. I get it. I know everybody thought they should. There was, some question whether they should be in, whether they shouldn't be. They definitely should be in over Ohio State. That was never a question for me. But I think the Tigers are they roll too heavy, bro. They had one mistake against Syracuse, but they just get it done every other time. And I can't pick against them.
I love Dabo. I love Dabo Sweeney.
Yeah.
I think he works at Clemson. But I'm gonna have to go with Saban and Bama
With the chip on his shoulder.
I'm going with Bama.
You think they're angry?
To upset Clemson?
They got strength from their anger.
I think that
the dark side of the force, Darth Saban.
I just think that every other year
If
they beat Clemson.
Every other year, if these teams meet up, they have to
Yes.
swap victories.
Yes.
Nah, nope. I'm going Clemson again.
I'm going to go ahead and call something else. You ready for a bold, prophetic prediction?
Yeah, sure.
When Nick Saban leaves Alabama, Dabo Sweeney will replace him as head coach.
Is that a hot take? I feel like a lot of people say that, though.
I'm saying it's going to happen, that it's already in the works, that there's
You're saying
already
for
a
sure.
secret contract signed in a safe somewhere.
So Dabo's like Anakin,
Yes.
and Saban's like the Emperor.
Yes.
But he's just
they're both Darth Vader.
you can't have two Darth Vaders.
No, I think Dabo's probably more like Luke. He's more of a bright, shining light.
So you think he's gonna? What do you think Saban is?
You made the analogy, not me, and your analogy was
I'm
wrong.
Just hype. I just want to go watch Star Wars.
Okay, how about this? How about Oklahoma Sooners versus them Georgia Dogs?
In the Rose Bowl, no less. I have some good memories of the Rose Bowl, some bad memories of the Rose Bowl. Anything can happen. Baker Mayfield, incredible playmaker, Heisman winner. Was a walk-on. Crazy. That's madness. Definitely going to be the best team Oklahoma has seen all year. I just think UGA gets it done, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, UGA. I tell you what, right now, we're going to make this our tiebreaker as well. So,
Okay.
So give me the final score of Oklahoma UGA.
Oh, man. I'm going to go. I want it to be close, but I don't know if it's going to be. Let me go. I'm going to go 28-17 Dogs.
28-17 Dogs. I'm going 24-21 Dogs.
You got it closer than me. Okay.
Yeah, 24-21 them Georgia Dogs.
Yeah.
And listen, regardless, we're not going to pick the championship game because we obviously don't know who's playing in it. So to give each one of us a fair chance, we need to wait to see who's actually playing in the game.
Yes.
But let's quickly let's move on.
We'll be back from break though.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll get to pick it
Absolutely.
on the next show, which will be on January the 3rd.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's honestly signing day, bowl picks. That's kind of what's on my mind. You got something from the rest of the sports world? Like, does any of it matter right now?
Yeah, I mean, as always, we're not going to talk about hockey. We're not going to talk about soccer.
I did see.
Don't talk about hockey or soccer.
No, I'm not. But I did see the International Olympic Committee. They detailed the athlete thing from Russia, so they have uniforms and a proposed logo now. Mm-hmm. Check out this logo, man. It's just. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
It's one of them. I think it's a leap and a bound for graphic design here.
I would not want to play.
For you guys listening, it's a white circle. That's it. Just a white circle and red letters, not
block letters.
Yeah, red block letters, all caps, going around the circle, the outer edge of the circle, in red, and it says Olympic athlete from Russia, but the spacing is really bad. So it reads like Olympic athlete from Russia. Yeah,
we're posting this logo to our Twitter account right now.
I'm gonna show you right now.
So go to Twitter. Do we have Instagram?
Yeah, we do.
Go to Twitter and Instagram, and you can see this logo. How about let's talk just quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of I almost said money. I'm not going to spend any money on it. I don't want to spend much time on it. But I
want to shout out Jamie again. Jamie's listening.
Jamie's listening right now. Jamie, we love you, man. Miss you. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
All right. He was honored. 2 jerseys retired. Which was better, number 8 Kobe or number 24 Kobe?
This is a tough one for me. Number 8 Kobe had that fro thing for a while.
So you're basing it on things like that. Okay, I pulled actual numbers.
Kobe had that fro thing when he was number 8. He had that fro thing going for a while, which was pretty sweet. But 24 Kobe's more polished, head included. His head was more polished and shiny.
Yes.
His footwork was better. He was more efficient, I think, but he wasn't as explosive, maybe.
You want the numbers?
Yeah, give me the numbers.
Okay.
Give me the stats.
Number 8 Kobe. Here's his stat line. 23.9 points per game.
Yes.
5.1 rebounds. 4.5 assists. 1.5 steals. 0.6 blocks. 2.9 turnovers.
Okay.
Number 8 Kobe. Number 24 Kobe. 26.3 points. It's higher. 5.3 rebounds. It's higher. 4.9 assists. It's higher. 1.4 steals. A little lower. 0.3 blocks. A little lower. 3.1 turnovers. A little higher. I'm going number 24 Kobe. Better offensive player. than number 8 Kobe. Number 8 Kobe was a slightly better defensive ball player, but we all know that was never his forte anyway.
Yeah.
That's why he's not listed in my list of the greatest.
Oh gosh, you're gonna make some people mad saying that kind of stuff.
Hey,
You want to elaborate on that?
well,
a little bit?
Kobe just does not stack against MJ. He doesn't stack against
You don't think
LeBron.
He's one of the. Come on, he's one of the greats.
He's a scorer. He's one of the great. Okay, listen, Kobe is one of the greatest scorers to play the game. But there is more to basketball
Than scoring.
than just scoring.
Yeah, you're right. But I still think he's one of the greats. I mean,
is he top 10? Yeah, he's probably top 10, but I'm talking about he does not make a play for the greatest. He's not in that conversation.
for the great.
No.
Well, yeah, greatest of all time. Like
Neither's LeVar Ball.
well,
or Lonzo.
Obviously.
He's not in the running for Father of the Year.
So you think so? You said 24 Kobe's better than 8 Kobe.
24
I
Kobe's
think
better.
so too because he
Yeah.
just matured a lot and it was a little more finesse. It was more finesse.
And then who will ever forget his retirement night? Just absolutely going insane.
Dude, that John was.
You think the other team was in on it?
I
I don't remember who they were playing.
don't either. I don't.
Were they like, we're
so.
just going to let Kobe score?
No, surely. I would hope not. I would hope he actually just balled out like a madman.
I watched it.
I did too.
It was impressive.
I think that was real.
Staying in the NBA, Steph Curry will miss the Christmas Day rematch of the finals between the Warriors and the Cavs. Mm-hmm. His ankle, he has been ruled out already for that game. Steph is not as young as he used to be.
Right.
That's what happens when you get old, you get hurt. So, so there's that. Celtics in first place over the Cavs by 2.5 games. Houston Rockets lead the Golden State Warriors by 1.5 games. But the NBA is a lot like college football. Everybody makes the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, there's that. Here's what I think is some of the biggest news.
All right.
From the NBA. Isaiah Thomas is going to run his first 5-on-5 practice with the Cavs. Then he is going to go down and play some games with the G League team. So he's going to actually be in competition. The goal, I think, is set for IT to be ready to go the first of the year.
Really?
Yeah. So, I think that LeBron has done a lot of what he's done because he had to.
Yeah.
I think we get Isaiah Thomas back on the court, and LeBron's going to be able to take a little rest and get his body ready for the playoffs, and I'm calling it right now. Cavs in 5.
Cavs in 5. You calling it now?
NBA
You wild,
champions.
Bro.
Cavs in 5.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's stay in the professional realm, but I want to talk a little bit about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and I'll talk about Tom Brady.
So Aaron Rodgers was gone for 8 weeks.
Yes.
Had surgery, came back this past Sunday. Lost against Cam Newton and the Panthers.
Yep.
In a pretty entertaining game. Then yesterday was placed on injury reserve by the Packers.
Yes.
What do you think about that? I mean, he definitely had some underthrown balls. You could tell I feel like he was still recovering. I don't know if he was fully ready to be back.
I think this is this is another one of those issues that I'm going to talk about, like I did Steph. Aaron Rodgers is not as young as he used to be. We got callers calling in. If you just
it's a live show.
It's a live show. Anything can happen. He's not as young as he used to be. It takes longer.
Mm-hmm.
it takes longer to get over those kinds of. There's crazy things happening in the studio this
creaking
morning.
over there.
It's like my joints. I'm not as young as I used to be.
That's it.
It takes you longer to get over those things and easier to re-injure. I think that when a player of his age, even though we're not talking about your average. We're not talking about me. I mean, we're talking about professional level athletes.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's
some of the most conditioned,
shape, yeah.
People in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not talking about his conditioning. I'm just simply talking about age. You have to be very careful when you bring somebody back, like they did with him. And he's probably played his last football of the year.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that was probably it. Let me ask you this though: if they had won the game against the Panthers,
he's playing next week.
Yeah, I think so too. I think if they hadn't lost, and they didn't lose that bad, it was just there were some throws. He had 3 interceptions.
Yes,
and those throws, it was clear to me that he was not fully there. It wasn't the Aaron Rodgers of stardom.
Well, but I mean, he's also been out for so long. I mean, there's some rust there.
Sure.
I mean, but yeah. So here's some news from the Tom Brady camp.
Okay. I also want to talk about the Patriots, but not Tom Brady.
Yeah. So evidently, Bill Belichick and Alex Guerrero, Tom Brady's personal trainer, they have aught against one another. They don't like each other very much. And Guerrero, who's also Tom Brady's closest friend,
yes,
and business partner, this guy also trains several of the Patriots players. He has been banned from the locker room, from the private jets, and had his sideline pass revoked.
Really?
Yeah, so he can only treat players at, I can't remember, TB12 is the name of the facility.
Of course it is.
So he can only treat players, which is just right outside, it's Gillette Stadium, right?
I think
Foxborough,
so, yeah.
It's just right outside the stadium, but he can only treat players there. He can no longer treat them inside the Patriots facility.
Yeah.
What does this mean for Belichick and Brady's relationship?
I mean, I don't know. Does Tom Brady really care at this point? Does Belichick care? Do they care about each other? Do they care about anyone?
That's a great question. Actually, I didn't think about that.
I mean, when I think about that, that's what comes to mind. Do either of them really?
But let
matter?
I do want to read you, because maybe it's not just Belichick that has to worry about his relationship with Tom Brady. Maybe Giselle.
Okay.
Listen to what Tom Brady. This is what I wanted to read to you.
Yeah.
And tell me how this sounds to you.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's a professional athlete. It's supposed to be a manly man.
Sure.
This is what he says. I don't have any comment other than to say that Alex, it's been well documented, has been a huge part of what I do. And I'm so fortunate to have him not only as a friend, but with everything that we've been able to do together. He's been a huge, huge reason while I'm still playing.
Why are you talking like that? Is that your Tom Brady impression?
When he's talking about him, because that sounds a little bromantic.
It does. It sounds kind of gross.
Yeah.
I think you exaggerated a little bit, and that made it a little more gross. But yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that just sounded a little feminine to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Speaking of the Patriots, though.
Yeah. Just in case you guys don't know, in case you're somewhere else in the world, there is a flood happening outside of epic proportions. It is raining.
It's supposed to be crazy today. We don't do a weather segment, but it's supposed to be wild today.
Okay, here's weather. 100% chance of rain here at our studio.
It's supposed to be like tornado watch and like some crazy surge winds, and yeah, I don't know what's happening. It is supposed to snow on Christmas. Did you know
It's
that?
crazy outside. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, talk about the Patriots. And we'll talk about this just for just a second, then we'll wrap up because we've hit an hour now. But NFL, do you think, what percentage, how is this, how possible is this, do you think, that maybe the Jags can overcome the Patriots?
I think now that Tom Brady can no longer let air out of footballs,
Yes.
and now his performance-enhancing drug dealer can no longer be on the sideline to give him injections in
Yes.
moments of clutch, I think Jalen Ramsey's got something for Tom Brady.
Please, let's go. And I've been trying to tell
Kelvin
you.
Smith.
I try to tell people every time I play Madden, Bortles is elite. Do I lose every time I play with the Jags? Pretty much. But one time I won. And that's what matters.
Absolutely. I think the Jags are up and coming, man. I think they're a team to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah.
The defensive side of the ball, I mean,
It's nuts.
they play. Now they're not the Ravens,
Yeah.
but I mean they play good defense.
Do you think that, okay, and real quick, too, since this is the home team, Falcons overcame the Buccaneers.
Overcame the Buccaneers. Yes.
Got to play the Panthers still.
The Falcons win out, they win the division.
Or not the Panthers, I'm sorry. Wait, no, they
Yeah,
do.
they still
don't
play the Panthers.
Yeah, they play the Saints, then the Panthers. That's what it
Yeah.
is. So Saints this week, Panthers at the end. You think they're winning both?
If they win out, they win the division.
Correct, but do you think they're going to win out?
They're going to lose one of them, but they're still going to make the playoffs.
Okay.
I think if they win one, they'll make the playoffs. But I don't think they beat the Saints and the Panthers. And here's why.
Okay.
Because Devontae Freeman is highly, highly offended that two Saints running backs made the Pro Bowl, and he did not. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. Why
The
did he not
Saints,
make it?
For the first time since the early 70s, two running backs from the same team have made the Pro Bowl.
What?
Yes.
If Atlanta's record was better, is he in?
Well, he missed some games with a concussion, so
Yeah.
I think that's probably why.
That's true. He's going to get another one if he keeps hitting people like that.
Oh, he's a beast.
He crushes people.
Yeah.
I don't. I got hope for the Falcons. Not a lot of people do. I just hate the Saints, bro. I just want them to lose. We'll see. NFL is getting interesting too. That's the good thing about this time of the year is that even when college is over, there's something to watch. I know you don't like it, Chief. I know you'll switch to NBA, but I'm hanging with the football.
Listen, I like football. I love football. Football is my favorite sport. College football. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch some NBA. I'm going to keep track with some of the off-season stuff going on with the major with the MLB.
Yeah.
Also, golf is going to start swinging up. Tiger's back, and
You're going to talk about golf, but not hockey.
No, there's actually a point to golf.
Oh my gosh, you're so offensive.
Hockey and soccer are the most pointless sports I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, with the World Cup coming up,
We're not in it.
it's still important.
I speak for most Americans that have any ounce of patriotism that soccer's irrelevant.
Oh my gosh. Well, on that note,
One of my closest friends is a soccer coach.
I think
His job is irrelevant.
we're gonna have to. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go out on that note for 2017. Listen, everybody, if you're listening, if you're commenting, if you're leaving reviews, if you're interacting in any way with our show, we appreciate you. Please share it. Help us out. Help us get a little bit bigger and do a little bit better. Listen, last show 2017, and today we'll be back with third thoughts on January the 2nd, third and long on January the 3rd. And next year's going to be good. Got some guests coming in. We're switching up some formats. We're going to have some promotional items. You're going to be able to get some swag, some gear. It's going to be fun.
I tell you what, I would love to do. I would love to have Jamie. If Georgia wins the national championship, I would love to have Jamie and Opie on the same show together to talk about UGA dominance.
What a show that'll be. We'll try to make it happen. We got some crazy stuff coming up in 2018. We want you to hang with us and journey with us. This was season 1.
Season 1.
Season 1 is done. We're coming in with season 2, January 2018. Listen, we appreciate you. Leave us a review.
Hit that share button. We'll send you some. If you hit that share button, we'll send you some merch. So hit that share button.
Hit the share. Hit the subscribe. Hit the review.
DM us your address. We'll mail you something.
And we'll see you in 2018.
We're out. Merry Christmas and Happy New